Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Be the People Behind the Mic with Dr. Furman, introducing his first guest, hip hop rock recording artist coming straight out of Woodstock, Georgia, Joel Preston.
Greetings and grace be unto all of you with love, joy, peace, prosperity, and longevity from God our Father and from our Lord Jesus Christ. And welcome once again to the Good News Reporters Podcast. Hey, listen, we doing something live. Remember I was talking about that brother? Yeah, the one from Woodstock, Georgia. Yeah, he's doing that hip-hop rock. Yeah, well, we're doing an interview with him, and I'm excited. Can't you tell? I'm excited today because I've been waiting for this, and this is our first interview. Tamika and I have been praying for this, that we have an interview, and the brother, he decided that he gonna come on. He gonna share with us our sound, but I'm gonna introduce him right now. He's coming all the way, like I said, from Woodstock. And I'm in North Carolina, so Woodstock, Georgia is a little bit down there. So, he's down in Georgia. And here he is Joel. I said that way. And in the middle, he got there, Mouthpiece Vox.
Yeah.
So listen, we're going to thank this brother for coming and joining us today. And here he is. Come on and talk to us, brother. We thank you for joining us here on Transformables TV, with the Good News Reporter. And yes, I am your host, Dr. Furman. I am here today. So come on and talk to us. And my wife told me, she warned me. She said, don't be talking too much. So come on, you talk to us, Mouthpiece, Mouthpiece Vox, and tell us a little bit about your story, who you are. Give us a little bit of something.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Doc. Proud to be here.
Welcome, sir.
It's really cool. This is the first interview that you guys are doing. That is monumental.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, years from now, I come rich and famous. I'm going to be saying, first ever interview I had was on Dr. Furman Felder's Good News Report.
All right, awesome. Now. Yes, sir. Yeah. We thank you for coming aboard, man, and leading the way, because right after you, we got somebody else that say, hey, I want to do an interview. They've been encouraged by your
that's cool
testimony. Yeah, so we're grateful for that. So, yeah, come on, give us a little bit of background about this sound, the hip-hop rock. I know some of the listeners that if they paid attention to me, they know I believe in that hip-hop, and you got the rock with us. So come on and talk with us.
Well, what would you like to know about the song? Origins,
what the idea? Your background, where you grew up a little bit. Let us get a taste of that sweet Georgia peach that comes from out of you. Come on and talk with us.
Well, I grew up in Woodstock. It's it's kind of like a modern Mayberry, I guess you could say. So,
all right,
nice little town. You can walk around. They put it in a park. Really nice place to be. Really nice place to grow up. So. Yep, grew up. I have a mom, a dad, and I have two brothers. I have an older brother and a younger brother. So
I get you. You're that middle. Yep. You're that middle man. That's good. But yeah, the reason I say about give us a taste of Woodstock, like you said, is about Mayberry. Now in North Carolina, we have one of the matter of fact, Mayberry is here where they did that show at. We haven't been there. Maybe we may make a stop. But now. Out of those people you named, there may be somebody else. Who influenced you to be who you are as Joel Preston, the Mouthpiece Vox?
Well, definitely my parents. My parents are the biggest influence I have. Very strong believers. First generation Christians too. So
all right now,
yeah, they, brought us up, they influenced me to be who I am. And they kind of help with getting into music because when I was a kid, my dad would listen to U2. It's his favorite band. I can remember when I was a kid, going for rides, listening to Angel of Harlem, Sweetest Thing. And my mom, she knows every 80s song known to man. So
all right now. Yeah, So that's kind of what mold and shape the 80s sound, you got within you. Okay. So now now for most of the part, we all experience some things in life that may not feel too good. But any failures that you have, like one of my scriptures I like to hold on to is all things work together for the good. So something that may have been a hardship or a failure, or somebody else might think is a failure, but some kind of setback, anything during your journey.
Well, one thing that really shaped me was learning how to deal with setbacks and rejection. I mean, in music and life, you hear no a lot, but pardon,
Hmm.
over time, that consistency matters more than temporary failures.
Right.
So basically learning to roll with the punches and learn to keep going.
That's right.
So yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much like that.
Yeah, and I understand that. I got that decades in. I'm still at that. This music, it's a life
Yeah.
journey. And no matter how, like you say, how many knows, but today, look, people
Hmm.
hear your sound. Somebody listening to it, right? So there have been progress in us having an opportunity to promote ourselves as who we are. Y'all got a couple questions here. Just to give a feel of what that freshness of Georgia is like coming out from you. So you say now, what is one of the hardest decisions you had to make? Saying the softness of, let's say, even like you say, Woodstock, such a nice environment seems like.
I think probably like forgoing, the safest route, like getting a job and like doing that and just betting on myself for creativity. Cause it's kind of like I'm like putting all my, what I got towards this. Cause, I like doing this. I want this to be a big thing. So it's
Right.
kind of like I'm focusing on this rather than you know, trying to think of head basically. So yeah.
Right, I got you. I got you. Yeah, and musicians can get caught up in that. I'm not going to talk too much, but yeah, I feel you on that. And then when it comes down to your career, as you going forward, like you say, as we go right into where you're at, that decision, what's one of those kind of split decisions, or like you say, the responsibilities? I believe you're saying you had to deal with those responsibilities, making a choice. But and when did you come to that point? If you don't mind me asking.
Probably when I turned 21, because I wasn't always Mouthpiece Vox, I should say. I was actually part of a band with my brothers. We're called Xeon Age, and we when we started out, it was kind of like just trying to get together and stuff, and like trying to get there. So
Right, I
yeah,
got you. And working at it, working
yeah,
at
I've
it.
been working at it.
Yeah, I worked with my brothers, but like they're gone now. But I had an
Oh,
opportunity to do that and enjoy that part of growth, and especially with family. But now I do want to this song. I haven't heard it in a minute, but I want to play the song in a minute, and I want you to, after we play the song, I want all of y'all out there to listen to me. I feel like I got an audience around me today. Listen to me.
nice, nice.
Listen, what I'm saying to you, that when we play this song, I'm pulling it up right now. This is one of Joel's, and I played it in the intro, but to get a feel of this hip hop rock that this brother.
I was born to rock from an early age. Little did I know how it set the stage. Found a channel for my love and rage. So I put all my words down on the page. I could sing the things that I couldn't say. Rode in the night and slept in the day. Mind a sculptor and my words were clay. All I could do was pray it would pay. So much to say, I started to choke. Rode away and the dam was broke. Songs I sung meant more than I spoke. Pen beat sword with a single stroke. So I wrote to rock and I felt the sound. Moving on up, I ain't going back down. Fought to prove I could make them proud. So crank
Wow. Now, I know y'all heard that. Now, this is coming from down in Georgia. Woodstock. This is Joel Preston, the Mouthpiece Vox, man. That's awesome. And you know,
Thank
like
you.
I said, I'm a fan of hip hop. And
Thank you.
like I say, if it's up to me, they'll take rap off the map. And I don't care what they say, but that's my I'm saying. So come on, tell
Mm.
us a little bit about that juice up in that hip hop rock. I know y'all heard that. Come on, tell us a little bit about this song here.
Well, the idea came from like I wanted to do a song that kind of like a pump kind of feel, like get the crowd like jumping and dance and stuff
Right.
like that. And like I kind of was inspired of there's a song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's called "Can't Stop." I was inspired by that, and a song by Rob Williams called "Rock DJ," and I wanted to do a song kind of that
Mm,
had that same kind of energy to it.
got
And
you.
like I thought one day if we ever make a music video on it, we could do it kind of like they did it in the movie Better Man, where it's just like one long take of just like singing to the song and stuff. So,
Right, I got you. Uh-huh.
yep.
So you took a combination of sound, wrapped it all together, come out with a nice little gift. That's good, man. That's a powerful sound. I really enjoyed it. I've played it a few times. I haven't heard it a couple of days. I've been just running and running. I didn't get too much sleep, but nevertheless, I'm all right. But I thank you, man, for sharing that with us. Coming on here to hip hop rock. Yes, indeed.
Also,
Come on now.
Um, I do have one interesting thing also to say. So the
Yes.
second verse, the whole thing where it says like "Say goodbye to the neighborhood, run on straight through Hollywood," those are
Right.
all the songs I wrote during my time in Xeon Age. So the first song I ever wrote was called "There Goes the Neighborhood." The
Right.
second song I wrote was Hollywood Song. The third song I wrote was Afraid, and the fourth song I wrote was Let the Fire Die, and so on and so forth. So like people who've like known us as Xeon Age at the time, they'll catch on to that and be like, "Hey, those are all his songs right there." So
Wait a minute. Break that down to me. That skipped by me. What is a Xeon? Oh, somebody
Xeon
else.
Age.
What's the Xeon age? Maybe our listeners. I know. I don't know. Maybe someone.
Basically,
Come on.
um, basically, Xeon Age was the band I was in with my brothers before I became Mouthpiece Vox.
Got you.
So we started back in 2021 when COVID hit. I wrote "There Goes the Neighborhood," and we all got together and said, "Hey, why don't we become a
Hmm.
band?" But the reason why I kind of like went became Mouthpiece Vox was because I was writing more songs than my brothers could keep up with. So it's kind of like I
Hmm.
had all these great ideas, but like they were kind of like struggling to keep up with all the songs I was pumping out. So I thought, we have Xeon Age. We'll keep that around, but we'll also have Mouthpiece Vox. That way, I can get my songs out to the people so that they can know my voice, know my style.
Right.
So,
Interesting. Are your
yep.
brothers still performing? Are they still
Yes,
creating along with you? Oh, that's
yes,
good. And another question I had was now, so see, now you're giving us some of what that sound you got, and where you get your ingredients from. Now, the other thing you said, you was talking about the lyrics. A lyricist. You have a
yep,
way with words. I
yep.
don't know what they call them today, but you have a way of taking words and shifting them. I don't know. I don't know all the terminology. My mind don't keep up with that stuff anymore. But that's
You're
good,
correct,
man. I
though.
like the way you huh? Yes. Mm-hmm.
You're correct.
Very
There is a
good. Let me
lyricist.
ask you another question.
Hmm.
Yes, no doubt about it. A lot of energy. Let me ask you this here question. What instruments do you play?
I play the piano and I sing, and
Okay.
then
You didn't
yep.
play that guitar?
No. I work with producers, so they fill in the parts that I can't fill in.
Okay.
So yep.
I got you. It's a nice sound. Another question. What do you think about AI music?
Well, I think AI can be a powerful tool creatively, but I don't think it replaces like the real human experience. I mean, people connect to emotion, struggle, authenticity, and that's really hard to automate. Technology changes music constantly, but genuine
Right.
artistry always survives. And I think AI can help with genuine artistry, like with people trying to like move forward or get their ideas out. So, yeah.
I got you. Yeah. I don't know if I'm correct. I don't know if I seen this on LinkedIn where the people who deal with AI, they're not allowed to copyright their works.
Mm.
I'm not certain, but AI, yeah, I find it interesting. But I find out it's been around all the time. We've been using computers for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, they're very helpful, man. But let me ask you a question. You have any questions or anything you like to share from your heart, your testimony, man? Because like these interviews, we are looking for some testimonies. I had a question for you. I ain't actually I'll hold it to the end. But question I should ask you in the beginning. But what about your testimony? Give us a little bit about your testimony. Give us a little bit about that, would you please?
Sure thing. So, like I said before, my parents are first generation Christians. I was raised in the church. I was raised on everything like Christian programming, Christian music, I watched VeggieTales as a kid, Bible Man, all that. And
Hmm.
my parents, when I was 9, they taught us the prayer, they taught us, to accept Christ as our Lord and Savior.
Right.
And I had grown up in the church, so it was always a part of me. It was like a part of life. Like I didn't really grasp the like closeness to God. So I just said the prayer and I went along with it because my parents told me and I didn't know what else. Well, when I turned 11, my father had thyroid cancer. So
Hmm.
the thyroid's a little thing in your neck that filters blood. And he survived.
We'll be right back with the Good News Reporter. I am beyond excited to announce that Dr. Furman is officially launching a brand new element to the Good News Reporters podcast. The show is all about spreading the good news, one interview at a time. That's right. Dr. Furman is currently looking for inspiring guests to feature on his podcast. People who have experience and knowledge in the music and entertainment business, as well as people who want to share their Christian experience, as well as educators, or perhaps those who would like to just share their life's journey. Also, we're asking for people who are looking for a place to speak about the social issues of today, or perhaps give practical input on today's cultural landscape. To be a guest on the Good News Reporters podcast, please email Dr. Furman at drfurman1@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you and blessings. This is a Tam Furmables TV production.
Neck that filters blood. And he survived, he lived through it, but it rocked my world because like up until that point, like life had been good, The only thing I worried about was like, not getting into trouble and doing my schoolwork. So it really rocked my world and it made me wonder like if God is so good, why would he let these bad things happen? And I kind of fell away. Like it was like, I became more focused on myself rather than God. Like it was like, I was like thinking, do I really believe in God? Should I really believe in him? Like,
Got you.
yeah. And then when I turned 14, I went to a church camp and God used a man named Tony Nolan, who was a preacher there, to kind of, like help me realize that I need him and that like bad things happen to good people, but it's part of God's plan. And like when bad things happen, because we live in a fallen world and,
Right.
bad things are bound to happen. But the thing is, you can either, continue to wallow in self pity and anger, or you can, go before God, say, God, I need your help, and,
Right.
move forward. So I rededicated my life at 14. And ever since then, I've been following God. So, and
That's good.
I knew now like the relationship and the closeness with God. So,
Right.
yeah.
And how long have you been saved? I mean, when you understood this uh, Almighty God.
Yeah. I've been saved for 12 years now. So,
That's good. Hmm.
yep.
Right. Now, here's something else. When you say that, I almost jumped in there, but I'm doing my best to keep my mouth. And you were saying that how you had some feelings towards God because your father. Now, so how long? I mean, I'm interested in this because as a minister, I have
Hmm.
experienced this, and if you see any more posts that or what we do here at Tamperbo, you'll see that I'm talking about grieving. And
Yeah.
sometimes we treat God like with the relationship we should have with him all the time, but when something like that happened, then it's like I'm not talking about you or anybody else. I'm saying in life what I experienced that they get angry at God like they get angry at their wife or their husband,
Yeah.
and it's a part of life, and learning and growing, and it's another way he introduces himself to us, you know, through our tragedies and our pains and our hurts, and when we know the only one we can call out to is God.
Amen to that.
Hmm. So now, how about management? I know you mentioned you have like producers when it comes down to working in the studio and things of that nature. Who all works with you, and how does this whole package works? Like you said, right before you go there, because some people who really don't know, they have taken music out of school, right? So some people don't know the difference of AI music. Sometimes it's just, and some people need to understand what it takes for real music, to come. Can you give us a little elaborate on that a little bit for us, will you please?
Well, right now I'm building with a small circle of people I trust. I think the right team matters more than having like a huge big team. Because
All
like you
right.
need people who know what they're doing. You need people who are, trained, who know like where it sounds, what sounds good, and like helps people to like, get the music to where you want it.
Got you. Right.
Yep.
How about any agent or you like management or just right now you're in the creative mode?
Yeah, right now I'm in like, creative mode, like independent right now. So, but like I said, I'm building up a team of people. So it's kind of like, wheeling and dealing and trying to like get to
Stay
know
with me.
people. Yeah.
Right. Now here's another thing. A question because unless you have something else you would like to maybe talk to the people about, something on your heart, because I have two questions that's not there. I don't know if I put them on the paper or anything,
Hmm.
but here's one. Here go one, because there's many more, but I know to go over so much time. But what is your favorite song of all time? How about that one? Your
Uh,
favorite.
does it have to be one, does it have to be one I wrote, or does it have to be
Give us
one
one
I,
that you wrote and one that was published by some of one of your favorite artists.
okay, well, my favorite one that's been published by an artist is Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel. I think it's a very pretty song and
Okay,
has like a very nice tune. And like I have a lot of good memories surrounding that song. So
okay. And
that
what's
one
the
I
name
wrote.
of it again?
Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel.
Mm-mm. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong song. Okay, Salisbury. Okay. Now here you go. Now here go one of the questions that I do have is this: when you think about God, here you go. Watch it now. What do you think about when you go into God?
I think about the wonder of creation, like, like sunny day or like, like just the beauty of like the world he made and like how I can enjoy it,
Uh,
because I know God.
right.
One of my fondest memories is like I went on a ride with my dad in the countryside back in high school, and it was during the summer, and we were out in like the Georgia country, and like I gotta tell you, in the summer, Georgia country during the afternoon, it's beautiful, blue sky, fields, and
Right.
just like looking at all that, I'm like thinking. I am so glad I know God. I am so glad to be a believer. I'm so glad that I know him because heaven's going to be better than this. Because, like,
Yes.
New Jerusalem is going to be better than this, but right now I can enjoy it because I know God, and it's just like it was. so good. Like it felt good to know God.
Right. Okay. I just want to ask that question right there, and I appreciate that response. And that's, I won't call it a shocker question. I just want to ask a question that if I ask a person about God, what would they say? And I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
you answering that. Now, here's another question. Before that, you want me to get into one of these other songs you can tell us a little about? I know we got a couple of them here. Tell me one of them to play. I'll pull it up here so you can introduce something else here, your sound. What you talking about?
How about Slave to the Dollar?
Okay, Slave to the Dollar. Lead us into it. Tell us what it's about before we start listening.
Well, Slave to the Dollar comes from like the idea that we live in a society where people will do anything for money. I mean, like, how many times have you been like flipping through the TV and you see like a game show where the contestants do something embarrassing in order to win like 25 grand? Or like, for example, Wipeout. They pay them 50 grand to basically go on these obstacles and like break bones and like, get hurt all for 50 grand. And it's like when the chips are down and people need money, they're willing to like to resort to anything to get it. And it's kind of like, there's a reason why in the Bible it says the love of
Right.
money is the root of all evil. And I think that song explains it, kind of goes into detail of
True.
it. Yep.
Okay. Let's get a taste of this. Here we go.
All right.
What would you be willing to give just for a stack of green? Give up all you own, give up on all your dreams. Cheat on your beloved, turn a friend into an enemy. Hurt your body, mind and soul for some money. They tell me money makes the world go round, and yes, I think it's true. If you're selling out for pocket change, I know a person are you. You're a slave to the dollar, worship the Washington. Slave to the dollar, all hail King Benjamin. Slave to the dollar, Father, Son, and Hamilton. Slave to the dollar, slave to the dollar. The man with the briefcase full of cash, whatever he asks you do, don't matter how bad it is, he covers expenses too. With a little down payment, he can watch you fight in the dirt. It doesn't matter how bad it gets, he has enough to cover the hurt. A fool and his money are parted, and I think it's correct. When you're giving it all up for salary, who's left in for you to protect? You're a slave to the dollar, worship the Washington. Slave to the dollar, all hail King Benjamin. Slave to the dollar, Father, Son, and Hamilton. Slave to the dollar, slave to the dollar. Slave to the dollar. Slave to the dollar, worship the Washington. Slave to the dollar, all hail King Benjamin. Slave to the dollar, Father, Son, and Hamilton. Slave to the dollar, slave to the dollar. Worship the Washington. All hail King Benjamin. Father, Son, and Hamilton.
Slave to the dollar. Joel
Yeah.
Preston. Now, that's impressive to me. I love the sound. I love the concept because we supposed to be slaves to Jesus Christ. That not
Yep.
no dollar. I love that song, man. It's some nice sound you got. Very meaningful. And this here song, this one here, it got that hip hop with it. It got a nice groove, man. Got it. It's moving. A groove,
Yeah,
Yeah, come on. Talk with me.
Yeah, I wanted to have like a bit of a stomping beat, like a duh, duh, duh,
Mhm.
duh, kind of like make people's like head bob to it. So,
Right, that's right. Yeah, you in the groove, man. No doubt
mhm.
about it. Now give a shout out, man. Let's talk because I have one more question after this here question, and we can come on bring this thing to a close. But about your pastor and your church family. Come on. Tell us a little bit how you were brought up in the church in that environment because some of us, we live different kind of things, but some of us don't know how good Jesus is because sometimes our environment is not so good. So come on, tell me a little about your church and family.
uh, so basically, like what church I go to, or
Yeah, with your church and with your family. I mean, your pastor, whatever you want to talk about your church and your church family.
yep, I currently attend Faith Community Church. So, yep,
Mm-hmm.
really cool church, really very close people. So very cool.
Right.
I've been there for a couple of months now. Actually, I used to go to First Baptist Church of Woodstock. That was the one I
Right.
originally went
What's up?
to. Yeah, and then it was kind of like God called me and my family to go to FCC. So still trying to get used to it. So
Okay, I got you. So a call of God is on your life. So you
yeah,
always minister music in the church house?
yeah, pretty much. I mean, like I don't play anything while I'm there, but it's kind of like I very do like the music they have, definitely.
Right,
So
got you. Mm-hmm. Okay.
yep,
And now there's that question about, we don't know who may be listening. And if you had that opportunity to help to bring, a little more fullness, like you say, it takes a team. It's not just one person. Sometimes we need outside people. So if you had an opportunity to go and sit down in somebody's office, one of these executive, or just an investor, or someone interested in your sound and want to help you get further, and they want to hear, what would you say to them in that very moment?
I would say I'm an artist who creates music rooted in real emotion and real experiences. What separates me is authenticity. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
chasing trends, I'm trying to build something lasting. I'm committed, consistent, always evolving creatively. I believe the audience today connects most with honesty, and that's exactly what I bring. What I bring isn't just music, it's identity, storytelling, a connection. Anyone can make noise, but not everyone can make people feel something? And I'm building a sound and a brand that people can emotionally connect to long term.
Okay, say a sound and a brand. Now, when I heard hip hop rock, now I know they have many genres. Is this like a genre you feel like you bringing to the table?
Yeah, I like bringing all kinds of genres. It kind of
Right, I
depends on
got
what I'm
you.
feeling. So
Okay.
if I want to write a country song, I'll write a country song. If I write a
Oh, okay.
rock song. If I'm
Got
feeling
you.
hip hop, I'll write a hip hop song. So,
Okay, so it's not just hip hop. Yeah, that's in your bio, versatile sound.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. That's
because I'm
good,
all
man.
over when it comes to music. So,
Right. Okay. And how long have you been playing music?
since 2021. So,
2021. Any education in that area of music education? All
nope.
out of your spirit.
Yep, self-taught. So,
That's good. Uh-huh.
but
Okay.
but I've been writing I've been writing ever since high school. So,
Okay. Right.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
I write
That's
various
good.
stuff like music, stories, you name it, I'll write it. So that kind of thing.
I got you. Right, right. You can write. You're a storyteller. Yeah, what you say, Mouthpiece Vox.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good, man. So listen, man, is there anything else? But hold that thought, man. We want to play this other song. And think about it,
yeah.
man. Something you can leave the audience with, something you can leave me with, from that spirit deep down inside. But before we go, let's listen to this other piece that you got here. And we'll
Yeah.
talk about that and then think about what you want to leave with us. at the end of this interview. But you do that. I know you'll do that for us. But let's see this. Let's see this piece here. Hey, listen, y'all.
Sins forgiven for only $19.95. Pay us to pray for you to stay alive. Put $1 in our basket when you really need us. It costs a lot, you know, for an expensive Jesus. Holy goodness, it don't grow on trees. Holy water, it don't come from the stream. A house of prayer is now a den of thieves. It costs a lot, you know, just to believe. Is it God I offend, or do I offend you? Do you call me a sinner 'cause of what I knew? I don't give what I earn, and my hope is dashed 'cause I believe in a God who doesn't want my cash. Spend on us, the more you'll be blessed. And we'll throw in keeping you from the holy mess. Give us your cash, or maybe a check will do. Calling now, or it'll be too late to pray for you. We haven't reached our financial goals quite yet. The pastor's been using it to buy a private jet. We took out a couple of loans just so we can afford. No wonder Jesus was furious with the whip of cords. Is it God I offend, or do I offend you? Do you call me a sinner 'cause of what I knew? I don't give what I earn, and my hope is dashed 'cause I believe in a God who doesn't want my cash. Calling now, don't wait, or it might be too late. Calling now, don't wait, or it might be too late. Calling now, don't wait, or it might be too late. Calling now, don't wait, or it might be too late. Is it God I offend, or do I offend you? Do you call me a sinner 'cause of what I knew? I don't give what I earn, and my hope is dashed 'cause I believe in a God who doesn't want my cash.
That tune there, Expensive Jesus, is the title by Joel Preston. Damn, man, listen, I gotta just say this for a minute. I've been talking about these pastors, these hustlers, man. That is right up, man, how I feel about the same situation. That's excellent, man. And for those who don't know, they hear that lyric there. And man, you have a nice voice.
Thank you.
Yo, welcome, man. You know the sound is great, man. But I'm listening to this voice and I'm saying, "Wow, look at that pitch, man. He on it." Listen, very nice, man. So that question, man. How would you explain this song to tell us a little bit how you feel? I rushed in there. Tell us how you feel.
So with Expensive Jesus, I was inspired by Personal Jesus, which Johnny Cash did a cover of from Depeche Mode. And the song talks about like how they're basically churches that focus more on the money rather than God.
Right.
Like they're saying
Gotcha.
if we don't have the money, we can't do God's work, that kind of thing. But then you got
Right.
like all these like mega church pastors and like all these like hustler pastors, as you call them,
True.
who are like buying private jets and
Right.
mansions and like big
Right.
gates and stuff like that. And they're
Right.
claiming they're doing the Lord's work, even though they're spending all the money on it. So
Gotcha.
it's kind of like that. And what's funny is the chorus line, "I believe in a God who doesn't want my cash." I actually got that from a movie.
Oh,
So
okay. Uh-huh. It's very
yeah,
catchy.
I got it from the movie Fletcher 2, I think, the one with Chevy Chase. There's
Okay.
in that movie he meets a mega church pastor who's basically got his own like theme park and everything. And he's talking to this one person. He goes, "Don't you believe in God?" And Chevy Chase is like, "I believe in a God who doesn't want my cash." So I thought,
Right.
you know what? That'd
Grab.
be a great idea for a line. So
Yes, indeed, it is. Yes, indeed, very catchy. It caught me, I tell you. Now I'm gonna tell you, my wife, she she loves music, and she's my co-producer with sound, right? She straight mine out when it's too rough, right? But man, she listened to you, and the first thing she said, couple bars, he need to be on a major radio. He need to be a mainstream radio. You have a radio sound, man. You radio ready, as they say. Very
yeah,
nice and well put together, man. And we thank you, man, for coming in and talking with us. But before you leave, come on, man.
the thing.
What would you want to tell us? Tell us something. Leave us with a good word that comes from God within you. Leave us with something.
So, for all the people out there, inspire believers and interest non believers. Inspire believers to basically, get out there, do their best, and, use the gifts that God give them. And interest non believers basically say, like, why do they do this? And then they look, they're like, I wonder what he's all about. So, something like that.
I
Inspire
got
and
you.
interest.
I got you. So inspire those that are, if you say leading or out there doing the
Yep.
work, and those that
Yep.
are not, inspire them to do so. We all work it out
Yep.
together. But man, look, we
Yep.
thank you once again, man, for coming in, taking out your time. We worked it out. We got together. Like I say, you are our very first guest, man, that we had an opportunity to interview. I feel good about it. I believe my wife will too. And anybody else that had the chance to take it, like I tell them, if they get one thing out of one of the things you said, if one person get one thing out of one of the things you said, hey, we have done what thus saith the Lord. And I believe somebody's getting it. So now we're going, hey, look, we're going to go out here, man. I'm going back to this rock song. I don't know if I can talk over it, but I'm going to talk a little bit as we're going to rock out. What's this song? Hip Hop Rock. Come on, Joe
Yeah.
Preston, we thank you once again for coming and joining
Yeah.
with us as we celebrate the goodness of the Lord on the Good News
You're
Report.
most welcome.
Until next time, just listen as we turn on out.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Oh, yeah.
God bless you all. Thank you, brother man.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I was born to rock from an early age. Little did I know how I set the stage. Found a channel for my love and rage. So I put all my words down on the page. I could sing the things that I couldn't say. Rode in the night and slept in the day. Mind a sculptor and my words were clay. All I could do was pray it would pay. So much to say, I started to choke. Rode away and the dam was broke. Songs I sung meant more than I spoke. Pen beat sword with a single stroke. So I wrote to rock and I felt the sound. Moving on up.
This is a Tam Firmables TV production.